The PixelPAD's March Break Game Jam 2021 is going to start on March 11th. On that day, we're going to release the theme at 2 p.m. Pacific time, and it will be available for you on your Game Jam's overview page. After the theme is released, that's the time when you should think about what kind of game you and your team are going to code. Try your best to be creative with the theme, that can earn you some extra points. For example, if the theme is gravity, you could code a platformer game where you have the ability to invert gravity, or maybe an arcade game where the player attracts objects and you have to avoid getting hit. The theme can be applied in the game's mechanics, story, graphics, or even sounds, so don't be afraid of thinking outside the box. When you and your team get a general idea of what kind of game you're going to code, it's now time to start gathering the basic resources you're going to need to start developing it. Keep in mind that games that use original designs and sounds are likely to score higher for awards. You can either use free assets or create your own. Check our resource channel in Discord for free websites where you can download and create your game assets. You will also find there some links for tutorials and free PixelPAD courses you can take prior to the jam. Now that you have collected assets around and have a general idea of what your game is going to be, let's start coding it. You can easily start a project on the My Apps tab, but keep in mind that your Jam's game should be coded on your team leader's account. That's because the game must be submitted by the team leader and it must be listed on his My Apps section within PixelPAD. In case you need help with coding during the jam, there are a few ways you can get help. First, begin by searching the documentation. If you cannot find an answer to your questions there, try reaching our community in Discord. We have a specific channel there called Help where other community members can help you answer your questions. You can also request that one of our volunteer mentors review your code and get back to you with their feedback. You can request a mentor feedback through your code review page, but it may take 24 to 48 hours to get their comments back to you. Collecting feedback is a great way of improving your final product. During your game's development, reach out our mentors, your family members and friends and ask them for feedback in your game. You can also use our Discord to get feedback from our community and to get inspired with what other users are creating. The jam ends on March 25th, so make sure your game is wrapped up by then and submitted before 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. On March 26th, after all games are submitted, the voting phase will then start. The public voting will start on March 26th and end on March 30th. The best rated games will be awarded prize, so during the public voting you should be sharing your game around and asking people to vote on your submission. The voting will happen on our social media and each game will be advertised using its thumbnail. Therefore, make sure to add a great thumbnail to your game and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. After the public voting is closed, the PixelPAD team and mentors will then decide the best games for the other two categories, PixelPAD Choice and Mentor's Choice. Finally, the winners from all categories will be announced on March 31st while we play all your games on Twitch. So if you wanna see your game being played after the jam, keep your heads up for the livestream announcement during the next weeks. I hope this video has helped you to understand more about how PixelPAD's March Break Game Jam is going to happen. If you have any other questions or concerns, you can read our FAQ page or reach our community in Discord. Also, don't forget to register for the jam. The deadline is March 10th, one day before the theme announcement. Alright, I wish you all good luck and I'll see you soon. Bye!